The night is young, let's set it ablaze with fiery hearts and electric haze. We're the storm breaking through the calm. Feel the rush, it's our night-long song. And tonight, empty light, let's dance away till morning sun. We only live once, so make it count. Celebrate life, let the joy surmount. Neon dreams, they pulse and glow. We're running wild with nowhere to go. Hearts beat fast like a pounding drum. This is our anthem, it's where we're from. Raise a glass to the here and now. Feel the rhythm, we'll show you how. No regrets, no turning back. We're on the edge, we're on the track. And tonight, empty light, let's dance away till morning sun. We only live once, so make it count. Celebrate life, let the joy surmount. We are dreams, they pulse and glow. We're running wild with nowhere to go. Hearts beat fast like a pounding drum. This is our anthem, it's where we're from. Raise a glass to the here and now. Feel the rhythm, we'll show you how. No regrets, no turning back. We're on the edge, we're on the track. And tonight, empty light, let's dance away till morning sun. Together we carry this night along. No rules, no chains to hold us tight. We're the stars that burn so bright. Life's a load, but hearts ignite. We charge the dark, we own the night. No regrets, just full of fire. Feel the pulse, take us higher. And tonight, empty light, we're alive. We burn so bright. Celebrate, we've just begun. One life to live, let's chase the sun. The beat it roars, the room it shakes. Every move a choice we make. We're unbroken, wild and free. This is how it's meant to be. And tonight, empty light, we're alive. We burn so bright. Celebrate, we've just begun. One life to live, let's chase the sun. Raise a glass, the world's our stage. Let's tear apart this golden cage. Tonight's the anthem of our souls. We're unchained, we're in control. And tonight, empty light, we're alive. We burn so bright. Celebrate, we've just begun. One life to live, let's chase the sun.
Well, hello everybody, welcome.
All right.
Glad
Greetings from South Carolina.
Well, it was good to see everybody.
Good to see you as too.
Yeah, definitely. And we're all made it here today to share with you this day of joy that we're all alive and we're here to giggle because, of course, yeah. So,
and
yeah.
I'll try to stay on as long as I can. One of the reasons I came in late to the intro was Eastern New England is getting hammered by a really nasty electrical storm. There's like all kinds of 50-mile-an-hour gusts, thunder, lightning. The way you love me is frightening. So my power may go out. There have been power outages in the area, but I will try to broadcast as long as I can.
That was us yesterday. I think you're getting what we had 30 hours ago.
Watch the skies.
I can't. It's all gray.
By the way, Cug, is St. Louis still there?
Yeah, St. Louis is fine. I got a bunch of calls this morning, and like there was nothing the last couple of days. Everything was fine.
All right, here I'm trying to angle this. All right, now listen, everybody.
It looks bad on the news. Probably a couple hundred miles away from you.
All right, I just got to let everybody know that I got this new wonderful feature turned on StreamYard, okay? It shows everybody in chat's comments up on the screen, okay? So if I don't see your comments or something like that, at least they're up there, okay? There you go. So,
if you could read that.
Well, look, I assume everybody's got a magnifying glass like this, okay? Duh, we're all detectives here, right?
As long as if they're watching on a laptop, it's perfect. If you're watching on a telephone, turn the phone sideways.
And if you're watching it on your TV with, whatever that thing is called, Roku, it should be okay too. All right? Should probably check that out sometime. There we go. Anyways, I just wanted to let everybody know that we were just really grateful for everybody here. Like I always say all the time anyways, and Snarky says too, and then, we're chronically DMing each other going, we have the greatest bunch of people around, and I'm like, I know. And she's like, we're so blessed to have them, and I'm like, right? Anyways, so we just want to thank you guys for this, and I know that every one of you guys have been in my DMs yelling at me that we don't do enough science on the show. So I have a science video for you guys, right? And Geek, you're the worst at it because your Sunday science shows are just top notch, and so I can't really compete with that, but I'm going to try. So this is my attempt at trying to compete with your science show on Sunday. Okay. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Awesome. All right, let me really hit the right button though. Okay, that'd be even better. Whoa, wait for this science video, guys. Anyways, yeah. So this is also up on my channel, my shorts. For you guys, you need this stuff. Okay, so which one's which now? Okay, this one's science video.
Semen into the cloaca of a female. Now, mostly you just do the cloacal kiss, and that's how it goes, but ducks have penises, and a lot of the big flightless birds like emus and ostriches have penises. This is wild because, of course, reptiles do have penises, and all birds evolved from a reptile species that had a penis. So there was a time, and then they lost them, and then ducks and emus re-evolved penises from scratch, separately, actually.
There you go.
What the hell was that?
It was science, because every one of you guys has been in my DMs telling me about how I don't have enough science and how Tug Sunday's Science Show is the best. And I'm like, well, look, I can compete with science. Now you guys learned something, and you're welcome. And it laughed, and also
Yeah,
probably
take
really
that,
embarrassed.
Bill Nye.
You're welcome.
I taught you guys something really important, okay? God, right? I'm aiming to please. Geek, is that okay? Did that come close to your science
that's
show?
Fine. Yeah, like in my last video, I did use the word penis in my video, and I expected to get some flack for that, and I didn't. Like, nobody has said anything about it, but I did have a commenter who took great offense at the word spunky. And at first I thought he was joking, but he really took offense. He was deeply offended. He's like, I let my grandchildren watch this, and you Americans don't realize that spunky means something else here. Like, dude,
where is here?
Exactly.
This is YouTube. Where is here?
I gotta find this out real quick.
Yeah, just go to my video on Robinson Crusoe on Mars. You'll find that comment. It's there.
Yeah, like
that ain't what I gotta find out. Hold on.
He's looking up how spunky's dirty.
Yeah, it means jizz, man. Apparently, it means.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you only said the word peen, so what? Like,
yeah, I said the word penis, and nobody bats an eye. But I say the word spunky, and all of a sudden,
right. Well, anyways, this was a spunky show up until then.
I considered a curse word universally, and Google says you can say it and it don't matter. But where is that word considered bad?
Apparently in the UK, and apparently this guy's got grandchildren, so he must be old. So older.
Well, in the UK, they say that fanny means vagina, so like they're backwards.
They are weird there. Yeah.
Well, I heard they eat something in a can with it. That's weird. Anyways,
let's not even talk about what they call cigarettes.
The UK.
But for dessert, they'll eat spotted dick. It comes with sauce.
No.
I learned that from Amadeus.
I never saw that.
Rock me.
I am a terrible person. But I just also want to say real quick, too.
I give you bastard must have been from Scotland or something, because I know they all messed up there. Because it says in the UK, funky generally means cool, stylish, are unusual in a positive way.
Well, anyway,
It's probably colloquial.
I don't know,
Look.
man.
Look, this is what I have to say about
I mean,
that.
spunk means
not
jizz,
spunk,
but like
spunk, spunky. The word was spunky, not funky. Spunky. S-P-U-N-K-Y. Spunky. As in spunk.
you looked up the wrong thing there,
Wait
Dan.
a minute. Wait a minute. Did you see Geek's hands
What
talking about
does
spunky?
spunky mean in the
Yeah.
UK?
Was it
Trying to be
spunky? Was
visual
it?
here.
Show us more spunky. Is it like?
Anyway.
Sorry, I'm
Oh.
just asking for a friend. All right, but real quick, before we
It's like that
continue-
80s show, Spunky Brewster.
Right.
It means sexually attractive.
So I called a monkey sexually attractive. Whatever.
I can imagine Michael Jackson's bubbles.
All right.
Well, apparently, spunky to him means you want to fuck a monkey.
I'm not saying what's that word.
You got
Oh God,
confused.
that's hilarious.
You got confused. He was definitely from Scotland.
Okay. All right. Before we continue on, I really have to say something really interesting here.
Well, you're into narwhals, so like you can't even say anything.
I wouldn't say anything. I own my canon. Anyways, I just want to say this real quick. Yesterday, Tim had his show, so if you missed it, everybody go back and watch it. It was really good. It had some interesting stuff discussed, and also had some a little bit of headbutting, but nothing bad. It was just really good. Highly recommend it. It was good. Definitely check it out if you didn't. Anyways, also Tim, welcome. We missed you backstage earlier when we had the Giggle prep talk. So it was good that you're here. Somebody must be in his room. Okay, so anyways, moral of the story is back to the everything else. I just wanted to acknowledge that because every time everybody has a show, we should just always make sure we check everybody's stuff out because stronger together, family, the whole 920 yards. That thing. Right?
So anyway,
we all ought to get together and do a group hug and say kumbaya.
I think so.
Oh shit!
All right, I'm hugging everybody now. Even with my sore shoulder, hugs.
Big hugs.
Yeah.
That's so
there
hard.
There you go, group hug.
you are. Wait, what? What's hard? Wait, what? I just hugged you. Now something's hard. What?
I'm just gonna let this pass and move on.
You're gonna cry.
All right. Okay, but
after the show,
Should we say some hellos, perhaps?
Hey,
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Let's start with some hellos.
After the show, Sarah, remind me to tell you all about what sarcasm is.
I don't know how to remember things.
I've never heard
Sorry.
of it.
What is this sarcasm you speak of
I think it's a chasm.
in SARS?
Sarcasm is the language you use after you fail to achieve orgasm.
It's too easy.
true.
You make it too easy, Dan.
That's what she said.
Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that was great.
That was very spunky. That was very spunky of you to say. Anyways, just want everybody to know that we just in a real spunky mood around here. Very spunky.
Bedazzle, hello. Welcome to the party.
Yes, it's a
And
hi,
if you're
everybody. Hi, Gary.
If you're easily offended,
I see Gary. I see Dan, the breaking news man. I see Esmeralda. Hello, Esmeralda.
Hello,
There
hello.
we go. Hello.
James Money. Whoop, whoop.
James Money.
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. James.
James Money. James
Yes.
at 6:15.
Right? Well, anyways, okay. So,
And others. And others. Hello, and others.
And the
Yeah,
cast of thousands.
what?
A cast of thousands.
Whoa,
Cast of
dozens at
thousands.
least. Cast of dozen.
There was a video I saw today up on Facebook. I, didn't share it to everybody, I don't think, but this guy had this like glove thing on his hand, and he put it in a bowl of like black liquidy stuff, and then it started going all the way up his arm, and it was called the venom or something like that. And basically, what it is a big magnet, shooting up a bunch of little bits of metal all the way up, making it black. And I was like, wow, that's so cool. Is that safe? It's a lot of metal bits.
That's
Just
how the
my lungs
blob
hurt.
starts.
Yeah,
I know, really.
right? Anyways, it was weird. I don't know. Science, everybody. So I was really serious about my science. I even I even went into Geek's house last night. He doesn't know, but I made a slight video on that because I was there. I swear, it's all real. I hit the wrong button again. Okay, so here you go.
I'm scared.
You should be, but I thought it would be okay because you're in Florida and that you're just used to it.
I'm not in Florida.
All right, you're
From
from Florida. Listen, you guys are all somewhere.
He left Florida years ago.
Well,
and I
James
came
doesn't
here
care.
years ago.
look,
Try to
I
pay
couldn't
attention.
tell. I couldn't tell. Okay.
You sneeze, and I say God bless you. The only thing you should say is thank you. I don't need to hear all of this. How did you get in my house?
Right.
It's weird because for the first 6-7 months I knew Tug, I thought he lived in Florida too.
I mean, I'm from Florida.
Because you talk about Florida so much, we think you live there.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Eric and I have switched places. I left the Midwest, and he
Yes.
went to the Midwest.
No. Well,
all about Florida.
You can take
There
me
you go.
out of Florida, but you can't take Florida out of me, unfortunately.
Same with the Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just going to tell you how.
Not even with a
sounds.
shot of penicillin.
Nope, we tried. We tried everything.
Hey, wait a minute. Penicillin. Where is
And he
it?
almost lost his skin too. So
Pensacola, penicillin, whatever.
What about your colon?
Well played, Craig. Well played.
What about his colon? What did I miss about the colon? Anyways.
Cleaning up to eat off of? I don't know.
Corny.
Hey, how are you? How you doing? Great. I barely passed science in school, but I'm better at sci-fi. Yeah, right?
Yeah, who
It
is
was
it?
way easier. Yeah, I know, right?
Sci-fi's way
it's
more
easy
fun
to
than
go.
science.
Right? Except for that really
Science
cool
is a
science
lot
fact.
of math. Way more math than you think.
No, man.
I love you science.
Science fiction is the inspiration for science.
Because it's fun. Science fiction is
anyways.
fun.
Yeah,
Science
yeah.
is
Right. Science is Bunsen burners. Nobody wants to touch your Bunsen. Okay? Gross. Anyways, so don't science anybody.
Oh, by the way, Tug, I have to ask, did you get my joke in your last post?
Oh yes, the ant joke. Yeah.
How yeah. It was for those of you who haven't seen it yet. I was referring to how Mancini had written the theme to the movie Them. Dead-ant.
No.
Oh my.
Listen.
Oh my.
There's something to pussyfooting around, okay? The panther's a cat, right?
Where's your
right?
foot?
Never mind about where my anything is, okay? We're not here to discuss my stuff, okay? Not my naughty fingers, not anything.
Pussyfoot sounds like a disease.
It does, totally. And really, really unpleasant.
It's the female version of corn nuts.
Oh, man.
You know what happens if you don't get your corn nuts treated? You know what happens if you don't treat your corn nuts? You get cotton balls.
Oh.
All right. Well, there you go, everybody. Now you got to know about your cotton balls. All right. Anyway, so that was awesome. Anybody else have any really cool stories to tell that happened this week? I heard bird chirping, so that's a
The
good
bird
story.
chirping was like perfectly timed. It was like crickets.
Yeah. What, thanks, Dan, for that pun.
I also love the movie Them, Brogu. Thank you.
Right on.
Hey,
And
Brogu.
we got-
Yeah, Them is awesome.
We got
Brogu.
Brendan the Bear here. Hey, Brendan. He's my official channel.
I had a little bit of
Him?
an eventful week. There was a real bad storm blew through. It was like 50-mile-an-hour winds and lightning and everything being all stupid and everything.
We're
Kind
getting
of
it.
annoying. It was kind of annoying, and up in the middle of the storm, there's this pulsating light-looking thing floating around up there, and I got it on video. And then the next day, it was cloudy and still lightning, but it wasn't raining, and there was something in the tree.
I've been
And
reading
it looked like
Thunder
a
only
freaking,
happens when it's raining.
predator decloaking around up there, like in that goddamn movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. You ever see the predator in a tree? I saw a predator in a tree, and I got it on video, and Them videos are already up. And then I'm sitting out here the next day with the dog, and I hear a drone. Boo. And I'm making a video. I say, look, cool dog, there's a drone. And I get my great video of my dog looking up at the drone. And right when I cut the camera off, the drone bombed me with food. It was from a Chinese. It was rice and chicken and shit from a Chinese restaurant. It went everywhere. and that video will be up tomorrow on the Daily Dan Vlog.
Now that I'm looking forward to seeing. That's really good.
You think I'm talking crap, but all that shit, the camera was on for all of it. All of it's on video, damn it. I'm not high. I'm not high. It's on video.
Nobody ever drops me food like out from the sky. I want some sky food.
Hey, Johnny.
No,
hey, John.
It didn't just land in, oh boy, I got food I can eat. No, the shit hit the top of the building so hard, it knocked a big dent in the top of the building and exploded. And freaking rice and chicken went everywhere and made the possums and raccoons go crazy.
Possums and raccoons, huh?
Yeah, I thought there's somebody running around in the woods eating all night.
What about the badgers?
I ain't seen no badgers.
We don't need no
There's no stinking badgers.
I've only seen one badger. I've been here 12 years, and I only seen one badger, and my dog got after it and never did come back.
Wow.
Oh, what's up?
Oh.
What's up? Oh, okay, was anything you need to tell me? Oh, okay.
Hi, Pons is Miss, Miss Pons.
How you doing?
I can talk.
Hi, Mrs. T.
Me too. Talk to you soon. Love you.
We love you too, there, Pons.
We love you, Mrs. Pons. We love
you. That was Mama. That was Mama Thrash. That was my mother.
Mama Pons, we love you.
Greetings, Mama Thrash from the dark side.
I covered the mic. Did that not help?
Obviously not, since we all heard you talking.
Yeah, we still heard you loud and clear.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
There's this really cool feature on StreamYard, right? It's called mute. And if you hit mute, you can mute yourself. And then we don't know your social security number. It's really cool. Try it.
Oh, shoot.
My mom was outside reconnoitering the storm so far, so I wanted to make sure the house was still standing. It is.
Awesome.
It is.
You're welcome. Yeah. On my end, everybody, I give you all wrenches so everybody can go to everybody's channels because, it's important that we all support each other. Even Geek Science Show on Sundays, we have to support him too. Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. Yeah. Look, I may have just made all that up, but still
I don't remember the last time I actually talked about science on my show, but okay.
No, you talked about the science of movies.
I've been racking my brain saying, when has Tug talked about actual science,
Never. That's why it's funny.
Every now and then you bring up the actual science. Like, for example, in Robinson Crusoe on Mars, you mentioned the actual science of Mars.
Yeah, but I don't get bogged down in that stuff because I know how easy it would be to just wind up making everybody fall asleep just talking about science.
Listen, Snarky, Kenneth says hi to you.
Science.
Okay. Well, she's around somewhere doing
something.
Hi,
Kenneth. I had to get the chat off there so I can get to the microphone.
I didn't say Chance. I said Kenneth.
I said Kenneth.
I heard you say Chance.
Hang on, I want to try something.
Weird because I thought I said Kenneth.
You are muted.
But look,
yes.
Hey, look at that. Thomas is
He's learning something. He's learning.
Yay!
Yeah.
Bravo.
Now he has to figure out how to unmute.
Can you hear me?
I should have told him that before he muted.
Learn something every day.
Now we can only teach Craig that trick.
Oh. I have the button to mute Dan.
Oh. Yeah, really. There you go.
Oh, I have all the power to mute everybody.
That was funny, damn it.
All right, cool. Yeah, definitely check out everybody's channels always. Like I said, we're all just a bunch of goofballs. And, Geek really doesn't have a science channel. But listen, who's going to really know? Who's to go? Go find out if I'm right or wrong. Let me know in the comments below.
Why are you rhyming?
Now Mama Thrash is here.
I was? Oh,
This is Thrash.
look, I write a lot of Suna music now. It's bound to happen.
Everyone says hello, my dear. Gee whiz.
Yeah. Hello from Southern California, where it's 90 plus degrees with the AC on.
Come here to Florida. It's also humid with that same temperature.
I get the onshore breeze because I'm right by the oceans pretty much. And yeah, it's very more humid out here. Yeah. So when you get like 120 and humidity, and it's terrible.
I feel kind of lucky this week. I feel kind of lucky this week. That storm blew through, and there's a cold front behind it. So I'm getting nice 76, 77 degree days and 50 degree nights.
Oh, how nice.
Yeah, it's like perfect weather.
Nice. Well, yeah.
Well, it was perfect weather except for that fucking hurricane earlier this week.
Yeah, aside from that.
Other than that, it's been great,
Yeah, there was a short I saw of yours today, and it was raining, and I was like, oh, yeah, I just wonder if he's still alive. So I went and messaged you, but you never texted me back, so I guess I found out now you are.
I did text you back. You just missed it. I did text you back. I said, yeah.
Oh, you know what? That was right. That was the other day you did. Okay.
You gotta remember, you also got to remember sometimes I'm behind on videos. Like when that storm video went up and sun was out and that storm had done passed.
Well, anyways, it made me have to go to the bathroom, so that was awesome. Anyways, science everybody.
The secrets to getting views on your shorts is don't put them up and like for 2 or 3 the same day or 2 or 3 hours apart. Put one up and wait 24 hours before you put the next one up. Give them time.
I have a lot of.
Get attention.
I have a hard time with that because I'm like, this is funny now, and by tomorrow I won't think it's funny. So that's why it has to go up today.
That's why you get 8 views when everybody else gets 1,000.
I know I'm impatient, but hey, whatever. I'm laughing.
8 views. Wow.
Well, I got one.
I got channels. I get channels that's so messed up. The only 2 views I get on a video is Sara N Snarky.
But then you have 15 channels. You'll post something, and I won't remember where you put it.
Even know all of your channels.
And Snarky and I are there on all of them. So, Pons.
Yeah. Some of them. Anyway, I've been trying to get them gathered up.
I know I get messages. Is this one of his? No. Is this one of his? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Houston. Wow.
We have a problem.
Right?
Danger Will Robinson.
Still saying hi to everybody. That's awesome.
You don't have to worry about watching my videos. Most of them don't get shared out because they have copyright claims on them.
Well, it's okay, but the one you say out in front of your rain, that's yours. So I sent that one out. I think I might have. I think I said it on Facebook.
I had just like today. I put up this really great comic book video, and it was Vampirella and Red Sonja, and it was called Blood Bullets and Blowjobs. And
oh my God,
they took it down immediately and give me a warning.
I don't know why it would do that.
What did you think was going to happen, Dan?
Well, look.
They didn't have no damn nudity in them.
Well, those words were pretty nude. Yeah, those words were too spunky.
you know,
don't use
you
those
know
words.
to say blowjob in your title? That's crazy. I'm gonna try that.
No. I put BLOWJ and a bunch of little dots. I didn't write it out.
Oh.
Well,
then stupid. You know that, right? I mean, that's the thing. People think they're being clever, spelling things avant-garde, but no, the AI figures it out.
BLOJ. It spelled fucking nothing.
I'm peeing.
Everybody knows what you were spelling. Is what I'm saying.
Everybody at YouTube assumed what I was spelling and took.
They did this thing on Facebook. They wrote an entire article. The only thing they did was the first letter and last letter of every word was correct, but all the other ones in between were out of order. And they go, "Watch, you can read this," and I could. You could read because brain is so programmed to like put words together that as long as the first letter and the last letter are correct, 9 times out of 10 we can extrapolate what the word is. And it was weird. I read the entire article like in real time. So it's like, yeah, you're not fooling anybody when you misspell
Probably
stuff.
harder for dyslexics, right, Sarah?
Look, dude, you guys are all having a great time learning my language of whatever the hell I said. Snarky goes and sometimes goes, did you mean this, or this? And I'm like, there's 3 different ways of saying the same thing. Well, okay. No, neither of those actually.
I just assume you mean all 3, and it's always interesting.
You 2 and 2.
Right. Yeah, and what's worse too is like I really work hard these days, especially to make my pseudo songs not, sound like I didn't know how to spell or everything, right? I mean, don't be wrong. There's plenty of them now that say like cornflakes instead of coin, because whatever. Anyways, but right. So like I have a song out, right? And the AI just had a stroke mid AI thing. It does it a lot, but this one I was like, this is just funny though. The song was really good. It's got like 100 or so views, but it was like really good. And then it just at the very end, and I'm surprised that nobody watches to the very end because it's got a new look of bitcher. It's bitcher now, and it just said fuck for no reason. There was those words were never in there at all. Everything else was kind of blah 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 blah. I'm like, what?
And it sounded like he was being dirty too. It was cool.
And then the song was about like water under the bridge, letting things go. So when none of that was what. Anyways, AI, everybody, it strokes a lot. It strokes. It's very spunky at the end.
That was going to be crazy, by the way.
I'm waiting for Brandon to answer his riddle. It's like driving me
too.
crazy.
Me too.
Riddle of the Brandon? What?
What?
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go. Riddle of the Brandon. Right there, bye.
Well, see, Brandon there, he's in that fictional land of Australia as well.
Brogu, what the fuck?
Hey, something from my Uncle
Bernie,
Yoda's
from
language.
Australia? Yeah,
Perfectly.
I did not know that.
I know everything because I ask, where are you from? And they go, I'm from a place called blah, blah, blah. And I go, ooh.
Well, if you're in Australia, I send my best wishes to you because South Wales in Australia is getting pounded as bad as the Northeast.
It's getting pounded, huh? By dad joke?
Yeah, they're getting real bad. They're getting real bad storms in South Wales. I mean, flooding really bad. It's horrible.
Yeah.
I have a friend who's like my worst enemy that lives down there.
Okay.
But yeah, I got friends in Canberra that's a little north of South Wales, and even they're feeling it.
I have friends in the Gold Coast, in Sydney, and Adelaide.
Yeah, they're probably feeling it in Sydney. That's right next to Canberra. So yeah.
I forget he would be from Canberra because Canberra.
Yeah, that's very dad joke of you. Anyways, get them.
That's why he's here.
I know, get them warmed up for Tuesday.
Craig and I have the battle going on Tuesday, so Craig, I'm in a profound
Tuesday.
state of mental and spiritual readiness. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I've already got 80 of them ready.
Dog Pound, what's up, brother?
Dog Pound, love you.
No, I love Dog Pound. Stop. I mean,
everybody loves Dog Pound.
We can share him.
When I saw the thumbnail for Tuesday, it said 1 p.m. Is that correct?
Right. Yes, it's 10 o'clock my time, so that's an early morning for me on Tuesday, everybody. So I'm just letting you guys know.
You know how fucking inconvenient that is for some people.
Well, look, that's
Tuesday.
Look, I'm not worried about it. I know there's people like Damien. I forgot his name for a minute. He works on Tuesdays, which is the weirdest thing. I didn't know people jobbed.
When I said that, take note I wasn't talking about me because I ain't got no fucking lie.
Well, yeah, I did ever think you were talking about yourself there. That would have been silly of assuming on my part. I don't worry about talk.
Stop making an ass out of umption.
Hey, don't use spunky language here. Man, we're gonna this whole show's gonna be taken down.
AF.
Okay, that's canon now. That's he's officially spunky AF. Okay, he has that tattooed on his lower part. I heard.
You bad, Sarah.
I'm not bad. I'm a sphenologist. It's what I do. I have a degree in study.
Are you talking Ben the Rat movie? Brandon's
Willard?
asking if anybody's seen Ben.
Well,
Ben.
mostly it's about bend over.
Wasn't Ben like the second part of a movie called Willard?
Yeah, it was like the
Willard.
sequel to Willard, and it
Yeah.
was
I remember
the
that.
song. Yeah,
I lived Willard.
Which
And,
Michael Jackson wrote because when he was a kid, he adopted this actual house rat as a pet, and then his father found it and killed it, and this emotionally scarred him. One of many emotional scars.
like that's one of the more normal stories he's got.
I was going to say. He was traumatized. So when they needed a song for the movie Ben, he's like, I'll do it. You know?
All right.
Confront my
And on top of that, man, you know, that's got to be traumatizing when an adult kills your pet. But a rat, come on, that's like,
hey, Manny.
That's the Addams Family theme behind it.
Hey, Manny.
Hello.
Hey, Manny.
And also, Dogpan, I texted you the link if you want up.
Damn.
Hey, JC.
JC's in the house.
JC.
Woo, woo.
JC.
We gotta love our JC. He brings us all the news now. He's epic. Plus, he and I got a song coming out again that we did a collab on again because awesome. It's a little bit different. Esmeralda's already heard it, of course. Yeah, I'm glad you're high. That's Thursday, Dogpound. Congratulations.
Friday Eve.
The last day adults get to party before the kids are home for the weekend. Oh. All right. See you
Bye,
later.
Brandon.
Bend over, Brandon.
Ciao for now.
But yeah, so right. Anywho.
So I got a science fact for you, Sarah.
Uh-oh.
This is a true fact. Think about this the next time you go to shake someone's hand. There's a very good chance that hand has had a penis in it at some point.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, man or woman.
I just admitted to something.
Left hand, right hand, man, woman, probably had one in there at some point.
Oh yeah, no. Sometimes at the same
Well,
time.
if you're gonna go that far, think about this. Every time you kiss somebody, there's a percentage chance one of them people's had a penis in their mouth for too.
Listen, this is getting to be too much admitting things now. It's hard to talk with
Especially
your
in
mouth
California.
What?
Especially in California.
Is it because we suck a lot? Like what?
Ouch.
Hey, look, I know it sucks out here. Why do you think I'm trying to leave? There's a few things I want to suck. California's not one of them.
Well, that
right?
was funny. I don't care what they say.
Well, I wouldn't suck downtown Los Angeles for any amount of money.
Grogu was apparently thinking the same thing Dan was. So
Yeah, he probably knows from experience, though.
Oh, hey, look. I think I have a PSA about this. Okay, look. Okay, suck responsibly, everybody. All right. Are we good? Are we good, everybody? All right, good. I just want everybody to know that we need to suck responsibly. All right, good.
Yep.
Learning where all the cool people were, and here y'all are. Exactly right. See, this is a hashtag.
Well, this is all the cool people. It's all the cool people in Craig.
Dadgum.
Jeez.
I mean,
Boy, if I had feelings, that would have hurt him.
I know, I'm glad you don't, man. I'm serious.
yeah, Gary's right. Let's get back on subject. What were we talking about?
We didn't have a subject. That's the
I know.
problem.
Well, we were about to start talking about Dan's mother, apparently.
Yeah, well, anyways, at the end of the day, the topic was we're alive, so live life. And there we go. Did you guys all
You're
live life?
alive, so live.
Whatever the hell, she said it correctly. I did not. Also, did you guys like the intro that I made for today's thing?
Yes.
I did.
Yeah, cool. Obviously I was listening to Metallica beforehand, right? Because I'm like, exit. Night.
I know. I was thinking that.
Night. I'm like, BK. Oh yeah. What have to turn?
What have I tuned into? Is what he's saying.
Oh yes, exactly. There you go. I could even speak words about it. It was so amazing. And hey, BK, it's good to see you. Everybody, BK on the air. He's awesome.
Hey,
He's out of Georgia, and he knows Chance.
Atlanta.
There you go. Whatever. That's Georgia. I said that. I'm
I'm just being specific. I wasn't gainsaying you.
Georgia.
Well, look, his address is 123 that lane. Okay, so there you go. It's the house with the rainbow clear door. It's awesome. Go there.
Right.
Sorry, BK. I just talked to you. Sorry.
Come and knock on my
Now I have to
door.
move. Sorry about that. Anyways, ouch. Oops, I'm all messed
So what
up
was
here.
our topic again?
I think it was
You're
about
live. So live.
It's alive.
I actually what I really believe the topic was about was Spunky.
So I had to ask, and my own damn fault.
Oh,
hi,
my
Dave
God.
Sundstrom.
Yeah,
Dave.
Now,
Dave, we're talking about. Dave, we're talking about how.
Dave, do you know what Spunky means?
Well, anyways, we're talking about Spunky and how Geek is the spunkiest one up here, and he's turned this whole panel into a spunky spunk. So anyway, spunk, everybody, is the word of the day.
Spunky Geek in the Spunky Bunch.
Spunky monkey.
You're right, Dave. Thank
Hey,
goodness.
Dave.
When I first came on, I'm like, I don't need a parental advisory. Yeah, we do for this one. You know?
Yeah.
Have you never been on a Snarky and Sarah stream?
You've turned my show into a den of thieves. You know?
Oh my gosh, nobody better be stealing nothing.
Yeah, stop stealing what's being theft.
Oh, you don't gotta worry.
Is this movie you're talking about, Grogu?
Spunky is the word of the day. Oh dear.
Really see it. Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah, that's the Cohen, Larry Cohen horror.
Yeah,
movie.
I also got Chud. So.
There's also one by a guy named Larry Buchanan, which is about a guy
Mitch
who owns
Buchanan.
an inn that goes out of business because they built a highway or something, and he has a pet dinosaur and he feeds guests to it to get revenge. It's a terrible movie, but it's
That's
called
weird.
It's Alive.
Oh yeah. You know what movie I saw the other day? Weird Science.
You mind snapping your fingers to change the subject? You know, it's like...
Right, but I did see Weird Science the other day. Maybe that's why I'm into science.
Only for you.
I've actually got a remastered version of my review of Weird Science dropping on Sunday, so that's weird. Good timing, I guess.
I'm synced with everybody, okay? Somehow. All right.
Yeah.
When I was
The
in
most
college,
recent
I went to my
movie
house
I
party
saw
with,
was
Ian Michael Black.
what?
When I was in college, the kid who played Anthony Michael Hall was one. The other one was Ian Mitchell Black, I believe his
Something
name
like
was.
that. Yeah.
When I was in college, he actually this girl he knew because he was from the New England area, Northampton, I believe. He came up to see her, and he came to this house party.
Take it easy.
All right,
And
Dave.
it was night, Dave. Take care. Thanks for joining us. And it was so funny. He comes and he's wearing this dumpster, and I go, "Hey man, want a beer?" And he goes, "No thanks, got one."
Well, then you could have had two.
Was Iron Man in that movie?
Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes,
Yeah.
Robert Downey
Yeah.
Jr. was in
He's in
Weird
there.
Science. Yes.
Did he
That
have
was one of his very first movies.
a bra on her head and shit?
Actually, his first movie was Greaser's Palace. He plays this kid on a pioneer kid on a stagecoach.
That is correct.
He was 8.
Well,
I
let
do
me
my
tell you.
homework.
Yeah, you do. You knew this was going to come up somehow.
See, we're all on the same page of somehow.
No, I'm a fan of Greaser's Palace. Have you guys seen Greaser's Palace?
Actually,
Hey, Lucy.
Tony Basil plays a indigenous shaman who goes around naked having prophecies. It's worth the price of admission.
That sounds very interesting. Tell me more.
Easy Rider.
Does Tony Basil summon up these prophecies by singing the song Mickey?
No, she's actually in this movie. She's actually mute,
Oh,
but she
Mickey, you're
dances
so fine,
naked
you're
and
so fine,
summons up
show me your
prophecies.
mind.
Did you say
What?
naked? What?
Yeah, so tell me more
Tony
about
Basil
this.
is topless in Greaser's Palace.
So where
Greaser's
can we watch this?
Greaser's
Yeah,
Palace.
Geek,
It was on
Geek.
YouTube not too long ago. Greaser's
Oh.
Palace was a movie. It was made by Robert Downey Sr.
Right.
during his drug phase.
Oh, that must be really good.
It's basically a Western with like a biblical backstory.
Oh, I could be wrong.
Oh, that sounds so crappy.
It's horrible. but again, Tony Basil is half naked in it. So.
Well, anyways, so
she's got little teeny tiny boobies. So how good could it be?
Oh no, she's look, check it out. You'll understand.
Oh, so
what was the name of it again?
For the 5th time, Greaser's Palace. Greaser's Palace.
Yes. Still alive?
Yes.
50s Greaser.
Yeah, yeah, as in 50s Greaser. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Somehow that didn't make it any better, did it?
Now?
The star is the guy from MASH, the guy who played the psychiatrist. I can't think of his name to save my life.
Arbus.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
And it's Tracy for the win. Yes, Alan Arbus. He stars.
Wait a minute. Gary's like, no thanks. What? Did you hear that great storyline of Topless? That was amazing. It was a great storyline. Something topless. I don't know.
Yeah. I heard it was an amazing plot. Boobs.
Yeah, right? Right?
Well, I heard that's my favorite.
Look, it's one of those spunky movies. You have to check it out. Don't be telling me no, thanks. Be spunky.
Oh, and Gary, thank you for bringing that up. Tug, what's the topic for this Sunday?
Movie songs.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, movie songs. That's right.
With Tracy and Chance.
Mm-hmm.
And you, of course.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Speaking to you, so yes, Thrash will
There you go,
also be
Thrash.
Wait a minute. Pons will be there? When? Yeah. He's never been there before. It'll be fun. It'll be
I'm starting a precedent.
Yeah, you are. You showed up to here for the first time ever, apparently. It was very spunky of you to do so. God,
I've been on the show like a half a dozen times. What are you talking about? You know?
Never once. I think it was Geek that said this is your first time or something.
Maybe he just doesn't remember me. Although
like
it's weird. Every time Chrissy's on, I can't make it. And every time I'm on, she can't make it. So Chrissy and I think we've worked together like
missing
once.
each other. Yeah.
You know, like once.
It happens.
If
anyway.
anybody wants to see Greaser's Palace, I just shared it out on my channel on the post.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Oh,
You're a miracle worker, Dan. Thank you.
yeah.
I still got to watch Time Riders.
And they're not that big.
Dan, that's very kind of you.
He skipped right to it, I bet.
I'm like totally disappointed.
Oh,
I couldn't help
we
myself.
got movie songs, happiness.
You ever sold them, man? You ever sold them?
Topless or not, no
No
thanks.
thanks.
Gary, you have no taste in movie
To
plots.
each their own. To each their own.
Movie plots.
The last
man.
movie he watched was Labyrinth. Maybe David Bowie did something to him, you know?
Those pants. We can never not see those pants. Anyways, about those pants, they were spunky.
Yeah.
Wasn't Spunky the name of the dog on Rocco's Modern Life?
I never watched it. I wouldn't know.
I think
so.
it was.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Was it?
I've been every time someone said Spunky, I'm like, where am I? Spunky was the dog in Rocky's Modern Life.
That show had some dirty jokes.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I am the most important character.
I loved when he
on
worked
the
at the
show.
sex line.
Oh my god, my head.
Yeah.
Rocco worked at a friggin' sex call-in line.
I don't recall that one. I believe you, but I don't recall it.
Oh yeah, I've got the whole series on DVD.
Hey, right there, buddy.
The funniest bit they ever did in Rocky's Modern Life is when they have the twins, the weird, ambiguous European twins, have the coffee house, and you find out they're just using like water from like the wash buckets from the laundromat next door, and Rocco won't drink it, so they go, "Fine, don't drink the coffee." Come back next week though for the cheesecake, and as they're closing the door, you hear some guy inside go, "Ugh, this is a cheesecake," and it ends right there, and you're like,
Here,
you know, I bought the box set of that and the Angry Beavers, but something was wrong with my Angry Beavers. It was just a bunch of episodes of The View.
All right, hey Geek, read this.
Tab, how you doing, brother?
A little fun fact about Labyrinth. Gates McFadden, a.k.a. Star Trek The Next Generation's Dr. Beverly Crusher, was the choreographer for one of its most memorable scenes. She was the choreographer for the whole
cool.
movie.
Really?
That explains why she
Wow.
quit doing it, and this explains why she quit being a choreographer and went into acting.
Well, what are you talking about? Dana went to get tap dancing lessons from her.
That's true.
That was funny. That was really funny.
I didn't think about that, but you're right.
Well, I did, because Star Trek everything.
Dr. Crusher, I barely know her.
No, there's an episode of Voyager where, like, you know, the doctor gets programmed to be like a creep, and he's like massaging 7 of 9, and she's like, it hurts when I do this. He's like, don't do it. I don't know what that popped in my head, but it did. Sorry. What were we talking about? Well, anyways,
Grasso echoing through the centuries.
Ah, what?
That was
Do I know you?
Grasso.
I've never seen you before. In fact, I don't think I'm seeing you now. You must be something I ate.
Ah, yes. Oh, you mean Groucho Marx? Sorry, I was trying to think of something that was more spunky. My bad.
No, I'm not
You're
real
hung up on
spunky.
that word, aren't you?
Yeah, I got a one-track mind.
Yeah, it was funny as a callback, but now it's a dead horse. She just keeps beating the hell out of.
Right till the end of this. Right to the end of this show when everybody goes, "What was that word of the day?" And nobody will remember it. It'll be great.
Now we'll make it a drinking word.
They
my
said
God.
that we were. They've
just-
called me. I'll come in again.
Babe,
They've called me a sadistic bestial necrophiliac, but I think that's beating a dead horse.
Right.
Oh, God.
Well, Tug likes them, I guess.
I like what?
Horses
What do I
or
like?
what was it you said that you used the word spunky too?
It was a monkey.
animal?
A monkey.
Oh, monkey. That's what it was. Sorry.
The spunky monkey.
Spunky monkey.
Yeah,
Right.
you spunky a monkey. That's how you get Bigfoot, right, Dan?
Oh,
It
yeah, I
sounds
got
like a
picture of
nightclub
Dan's
from the night.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
I want to know about a
Let's
club
say-
called the Sanguine Penguin.
Somebody wants to know, Snarky, if you're sleeping.
No, I'm not. My head is hurting, and so I'm
Your
just
face is
trying
killing
to
me.
stay still.
Sorry,
Right.
Snarky. That was terrible.
Yeah, well, she's a trooper. She's not like me who just doesn't show up to my own shows too, you know, like, hey, I gotta go to the ER, then I gotta get hit by a car. Whatever.
Oh, God.
Wow.
That
Like
was
I
not a
said, I had
spunky day.
Hey, I had a spunky day at the dental office. I had dental surgery yesterday. But I'm doing
Tell us
good.
more.
Thanks to opioids.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan
great.
died?
Yeah, I got a tooth pulled yesterday.
Oh, Tracy, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I like the medicine, though.
Well, imagine.
Wait,
But
Scarlett
Joe
O'Hara
Rogan, the
beat
podcaster,
a horse.
he passed on.
Like,
Anyone?
I don't know. Like somebody's
I will look it up.
yes.
Please.
Yes,
But
it's like
I don't know
That
about
would be
him.
huge
but-
news
but
if true.
While we're talking
Yeah, I was
about
going to
that,
say,
real
you'd think I would
quick,
have heard of that if I'm,
but-
I'm not doubting you,
Hey,
Monsieur,
but
but
while we're talking about that, let me bring up that Norm from Cheers passed away.
Yes,
Yeah, George Wayne.
I hadn't
Yeah.
heard.
Everybody, I real quick here, I do have something that I wanted to play. It's not like in honor of just him, but like the concept of Cheers, kind of like what I like to do here, right? And I haven't updated it to include everybody because, well, I'm lazy. But it reminded me when after Norm died, who I know I keep going around calling him Morn because he played Morn in Deep Space Nine, and I loved him. I think as Morn more than anything because that was my favorite character ever. Anyways, but this is in honor of that. I love you guys. Okay.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
Then that's our Snarky's and Mind's philosophy here is beyond all your names, we go to your stuff. We want everybody to help everybody out and all that stuff. And then, like I said,
I want to thank you guys for when I've been trying to do all these shorts things, and you and Thrash have been sharing every day, basically all my shorts, and I really appreciate that.
I love your shorts.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Yeah, I want us all.
I like my shorts too.
Hey, let me address somebody in the chat real quick. Joe Rogan, the podcaster, is not dead.
Yes,
the guy named Joe Rogan who died was a janitor or something.
Janitor or something. Oh yeah, that's
it's not the podcaster guy. It's a different guy.
Well, I'm sorry that he's dead. So, but I believe it wasn't the podcaster. Years ago when I was in college, he was a stand-up comedian. He actually came to my school and zinged me.
Wow.
So yes,
you've been zonged.
I've been zonged by Joe Rogan.
Hey,
but it was really sad. I found it really sad when I found out Norm died. I liked Cheers a lot.
Yeah.
He had a lot of good one-liners.
Yeah. My trivia this Sunday is actually going to be on Cheers, but it's going to be mostly a spotlight.
Well, that's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I liked him on Saturday Night Live. The Bears.
Yeah.
The Bears.
He's from Chicago.
The Bears.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
I'm not a Bears fan, but
or
my favorite Norm in a movie or George Wendt in a movie would be the house thing with William Catt.
Oh, that was
I
good.
thought that was pretty good.
I like it. Was it Dreamscape?
Yeah,
where he plays the reporter. I thought he was really good in Dreamscape.
And then, of course, his biggest thing was playing Macaulay Culkin's. He played Macaulay Culkin's father in the Black or White video by Michael Jackson.
Oh my God!
True. Yes. Turn that down.
Wow.
Good.
Wow. That's a reach. Very good.
I like the guy who played Niedermeyer in that Snyder video. We're not going to take it.
We're not going to take it. Right.
It's the same character.
Yeah, he is Niedermeyer.
Yeah.
He's
totally
Niedermeyer.
Yeah.
which is not canon because Niedermeyer was actually killed in Vietnam by his own troops.
Right.
That's son of Niedermeyer.
Look, it wasn't me. I wasn't on that mission. Okay, but not.
Just for that outburst, the entire class will have a 1-hour detention after school in the basement.
The basement.
Well, actually,
I mean.
The basement was actually slang for the common area bathrooms. So it was basically to make everyone stand in the bath. When I went to school, that's what they called it too. So yeah, he was saying he's just gonna make them stand in the bathroom for an hour after school.
Oh.
Wow.
But boys or girls.
But if there's no girls never mind.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Well, with Snyder could have gone either way.
There you go. Well, yeah, I lost my train of thought. That's awesome. Anyways, Geek, thank you for correcting the record. We appreciate that.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Thank you, Todd.
Yes, that was very kind of you. Now, the other thing I wanted to say too is back to Tracy. You had your tooth removed, you said, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that. Also, I'm glad you still made it today.
Thanks.
Too. That was very awesome. You look great. I couldn't do my show last time. I lost the fake thing, the crown, because I ate it. Anyways, and every time I talked, it was just like breathe.
Well, I
awful.
actually sneezed in one of my crowns.
Oh God!
At my office. I felt like a jack-o'-lantern too. It was so embarrassing.
Look, dude. Look,
at least we were wearing masks at the time. My teeth problems. I've been a pretty sick girl, so unfortunately, you tend to lose hair like I am, and your teeth aren't actually as strong as they could be when you're not as sick.
Well, yeah, it happens. Plus, this thing called getting older, it happens too. That's why we gotta celebrate life.
Yeah, you should know. When you're 25 freaking years old.
I'm not that old. I'm 43. What?
43.
Don't
yeah.
premature.
I was 25 years old. I was 25 years old when I was coaching a softball team, and some kid hit the ball and threw the bat and threw it and hit me right in the damn mouth with it and knocked 18 of my teeth out.
Oh,
So I know all about
man.
teeth and
Sorry.
pain and suffering. I'm great now. I keep my damn teeth in a glass by the bed.
Yeah, we've heard about it. I'm gonna not use that other word that Geek taught us today. But Tracy, Gary wants to know what you're drinking. I think he's thirsty.
It's just
that doesn't
water.
sound right.
H2O.
Apparently, you should be drinking more milk.
But then you get osteoporosis.
And you can't can with water.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I just got regular water, like it's not even spiked or anything. It's crazy.
Raisin water? You mean wine?
No, I said it was just regular water. It wasn't even spiked with anything.
I think you said raisin water, and I go, well, fermented grape juice is wine in my book.
I made wine out of raisins.
Yeah,
Bruno's first line. We all made that.
Poru or something like that.
Bro, right? Who?
I love
I
water.
turn wine into water. That's my trick.
Hey, Bonds, could you?
I like my water filtered through coffee grounds.
Wait. Can you touch this, Bonds? Here, Bonds.
Yes.
Please touch
Yes.
this. This is water. Please turn it into wine. Please
touch.
It looks like water still. Can I have the wine, please? Come on.
Touch.
Oh, come on.
Open the top and hold it closer.
Yeah, so it pours in my keyboard. Yeah, okay. No, I saw that one coming, Dan. You can't trick me.
That's what you said.
I'm spunky.
One of the only drawbacks to being online, friends.
You're welcome, Gary. Anyways, I totally just stabbed my collarbone with my thumb. Wow. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh, and can we clear up one thing, by the way, because I feel there's like a little bit of a brouhaha brewing in the comments section.
Yeah.
We weren't reporting the death of Mr. Rogan. Someone in the comments said they were sorry to hear what happened to him, and we feared that he had passed.
But then we immediately fact-checked it. Joe Rogan is fine.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all good.
So if you came in at a bad time and it looked like we were saying it, no, we were trying to get confirmation, which Tug did, and he's not. So
yeah,
we were like clickbaiting anyone.
And we're not reporters. Don't take anything we say as fact.
Stop being a douche, Zoe.
When the time Mariah Carey was told that the Prince of Jordan passed away, he's like, "Oh, he was such a great basketball player." No, the King of Jordan, not Michael Jordan. He said this in front of millions of people watching her on Entertainment Tonight. I laughed my ass off so hard I was busting.
Oh, my head hurts so bad on that one. That's crazy.
That is
that was a great story. How I saw that, I was like shitting my pants. It was so funny.
Bumser.
Oh
Wow.
That's great. Oh,
there's no coming back from that, is there? There's really just no
just
back.
move on.
Yeah. Well, as Tom Lehrer once said, if I'm caught in an inaccuracy, I am prepared to not only retract it, but swear under oath I never made the statement in the first place.
Right? See, I'll weigh my options. If I should double, triple down on it, I will. I'll be like, no, that's 100% right. Obviously, like Geek does science. Duh. Everybody knows that.
I'm so confused. I'm so confused that most of the time I fact check myself.
Hallelujah.
Yep.
And then you disproved yourself that you actually don't exist.
Oh,
yeah, and one thing I've learned doing my channel is that, like, as much as I research, no matter how much I do, I'm always gonna get something wrong, and my commenters will find it, and I'm glad they do. But it's impossible to get everything right. You just can't do it.
Oh yeah, buddy,
that's what Indy's for, exactly.
Yeah,
AM.
Yeah.
Yes.
Famous words anybody who has ever been married has uttered.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not married, but I'm sorry all the time.
I'm so sorry.
I'm
Uncle
sorry. So,
Right.
so
I love that song.
sorry. Please
I
accept
I like to look them right in the face and go, I'm not sorry. I'm glad I did it.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
Guys, do you
like
have?
like Pee-wee Herman or
Well, I mean,
whatever.
it depends on if you're sorry or not.
Well, look,
You know how many times I've apologized when I wasn't sorry?
I have trouble saying I'm sorry because I was
I don't.
raised apologizing is a sign of weakness.
No.
Look, I'm at the point now in my life where if my wife sneezes, I'll say I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Hey, when
Wow.
I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong.
It makes for a happy wife, okay?
I take full
Wait.
accountability.
How about them Cowboys?
You ever have to apologize because you cheated in one of her dreams?
Yes.
I'm happier
What is
than
that?
all of you.
Hey,
I don't know. It's
I'm
annoying is what
happier.
it is.
I'm happier than all of you because Bigfoot's been spotted more times than my ex-wife.
And you never have to apologize to Bigfoot.
oh
Right.
gosh.
You don't?
Actually, I ran into my ex-wife the other day, and then I backed up and did it again.
Oh,
No.
Yeah, that's happened to Dan before. But I'm not allowed to speak on that anymore. I won't. I didn't bring it up.
Oh,
I didn't
Craig,
know
this happened
alcohol
on me.
was like aspirin. My head feels a little better.
Good.
Are you getting the storm where you are, Craig? Because I know you're a New Englander, but you're like north of me.
It was raining off and on today, but nothing more than just crappy clouds and rain.
Yeah, 'cause they said the coast was going to get it the worst, and Cape Cod is the coast. That's why, if you notice, my overhead light keeps flickering in case people
According
wonder
to
why.
the weather, you're getting like a major storm right this minute.
We are.
What, like a nor'easter?
A nor'easter. A nor'easter, yes.
Oh, that sounds very Norway or something.
There's a new casino opening up.
What is it there?
Remember, Sarah, I sent you that link?
What?
It's the Narwhal Shoes Casino.
Oh, yes, you did. That's awesome. We're gonna be we're opening that.
Shoes.
Look,
Yes,
you
because
gotta bet the shoes.
we bet the shoes. We bet all the shoes.
I made a song about it that I didn't totally write myself at all, so I'm confused to how we're betting shoes. But from now on, over here, we bet shoes. Do you understand, sir?
We bet
You're gonna lose your
shoes,
soul.
buddy.
You're gonna lose your soul.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
You're gonna lose it. I'm gonna keep singing until somebody laughs.
I've heard of penny slots, but not penny loafer slots.
Yeah. Ooh, I doffed my cap.
Maybe you need to play the song for him, Sarah.
Oh my God! Do we need a refresher on that song?
Yeah, that looks wet.
Everybody, do we need a refresher on that song?
Look at that.
That's what she said.
It's Pond's neighborhood.
He's moist out there.
I'm under that big green blob. That's
Swirling blob.
Yeah, it was here yesterday.
reminds me of that character out of what's that? Not the Twilight Zone. Outer Limits, where that big blobby thing comes into play. I can't think of the name of the episode. But it's an Outer Limits episode where the clouds start getting dark, and then there's like this blobby thing, and it was the alien or something like that. It's kind of interesting.
I don't know.
This one.
I didn't watch that show as often as I wanted to.
It was black and white from the 60s. Probably wouldn't know it if you saw it anyways.
Me, I know Outer Limits is. I like it. I just didn't see that one.
I've seen most of them, but I don't recall that one.
I've gone through them all. I can't picture it.
Yeah.
I believe you. I totally believe you because my memory is terrible. But
I love that.
I was more of a Twilight Zone guy. I've got that entire series, the original, on DVD.
Oh yeah, I've seen
bunch of bonus extras. It's awesome.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see it. From
you know who was a dick though? What's his name? That with the guy with the glasses that broke or whatever. What was that actor's name?
Burgess Meredith?
Not Burgess Meredith. Sorry, I'm thinking about. No, I'm thinking. Who was the guy I'm thinking of? I'm sorry, not him.
Excuse me for a minute, but if anybody's interested, the Outer Limits episode is called The Probe, and it's about a blob-like creature.
Mm-hmm.
For those that want to Google it and read about it.
Thank you.
No,
Appreciate it.
the-
Oh, I see it. Yeah,
I was
that is
thinking of
smart.
Mickey Rourke. I mean, not Mickey Rourke, Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney.
Mickey
Oh,
Rooney.
He did a commentary for a couple of episodes, and he was a total dick the entire time. Nobody's going to want to listen to this. It's fucking stupid. And I'm like, dude, like, like they were interviewing him for the commentary because people cared. And the whole time he's like, this is stupid. And anyone that listens to this is dumb. I'm like, wow.
I heard he could be a jerk in real life. I had heard that before.
Well, he
Chance
was
told a
raised by
story about
Hollywood.
it.
What do you expect?
Yeah.
By the way, apparently that episode of The Outer Limits was the last episode of The Outer Limits. The very last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Wow.
Hey, Kirst is here. He's going to make us talk about scenes.
Saved by Zero.
Right,
Good luck if that's your hero.
okay. I was going to say, but in Twilight Zone episode, right? I forget which one it is, but you know the one where the kids dive into the pool, then they disappear into wherever. Yeah. I was thinking about that episode today. That's why I have this shirt on, right? I call this my pool tile mosaic shirt. My mom said, "What shirt does that?" And I had to go figure it out, right? And show her this one, right? And then she's like, "No, it's Snarky, what's it called?"
Mandala.
Yeah, mandala, right? And then I said Mandela, and then I thought of Dan.
Yeah.
So that was a weird morning.
You say Mandela, and I say Mandala.
You see what happens, Kirst? You show your face, and all of a sudden we say Mandala. I mean, come on.
You know, I actually did something I don't normally do this week, and I watched 2 episodes of The Twilight Zone because they were on TV and the remote was across the room, and I didn't want to get up.
Yeah,
I watched the one called "How to Serve Man" because
that was a good episode.
One of my favorites. And then I watched the one where the UFO crashes through the roof of a lady's house and she's battling little robot-looking things. And
I like
right
that.
I didn't remember it, but right there at the end, it turns out to be NASA's little probes.
Yeah, and you know what's funny too about that?
The probe, the UFO, is a NASA probe from Earth.
And if I remember correctly, the woman in that is the one who played mother-in-law Endora in Bewitched.
Yes, it was.
But also,
You're right.
they always said that's the one where there's no dialogue in it. And I'm sorry, but I hear words spoken in there. I claim that's dialogue, okay? Especially at the end when they use words and say that they weren't that it was hostile or whatever they said. No, they used words in that one. That is incorrect. I'm sorry, but there's words there.
You stand on a point and you are correct. Yes, there is a small postscript at the end.
There's still words.
The expositional scene. Because remember, there always has to be
but
that
there's still grunting.
ironic scene at the end. And there is spoken words in that. So yes.
But there's still grunting too. Grunting is still sound.
Once again, is narration considered dialogue?
Oh, but see, that wasn't narration. That was if the astronauts who are characters are speaking, it's not narration. That it counts as exposition.
Oh.
Well, it's words, so that is incorrect. I don't care who.
Be quiet, Sarah. Be quiet, Sarah. Pay attention to the English.
In a screenplay, a narration is indistinguishable from regular dialogue. So to answer your question, Dan, yes, narration would count as dialogue.
Oh
wow!
but the aliens, but the
important movie questions here for people.
But the astronaut talking wasn't narration. It was because he wasn't talking to the audience. He was talking.
No, I know. I'm agreeing. I agree with you. But I was just answering an ancillary question.
Gotcha. I just want to make sure my we're on
You're
the same
right.
page.
You are correct.
Tug has to dumb down what you're saying for people like me and Sarah.
Agnes Moorehead. Thank you. Agnes Moorehead.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I did science today, everybody. You saw my mouth moving to those words that were going to be spoken by somebody else. Totally did that myself.
You blinded us with science.
Well, I live in South Carolina. These people around here think they're science majors that they know how to make meth.
Give me Librium or give me meth. I've been saving that one.
Oh,
That's a good one.
God.
I like that one.
Trash, you're something else.
Snark, where's this flying monkey coming from? Because I'm a little concerned.
Oz.
Oh,
Oz
well.
is full of them. What are you talking about? Have you not seen them?
See how Sarah's making me not say somebody's name?
Regardless, they all came from Oz, and then they throw water on a witch, and they melt. Or no,
You've been there. You know.
The witch melts.
Last time I threw
Anyways,
water on last time I threw some water on some witches, them bitches did not melt. Just saying.
Maybe you didn't use the right spunky water. Try it next. Try to sleep. You know what? I'm gonna have to let go of that word, aren't I? Oh no.
Well, I mean, we were talking about monkeys, so
yeah. Look, it all
Don't you know
comes
you're
back.
gonna shock the monkey?
It all comes back. It all comes back around, doesn't it?
Why are you singing a lounge song, man?
There was a stick ages ago where you would take like a very like hard rocking song but sing it like lounge.
Well, yeah, like Richard Cheese. Look him up. He used to do like Metallica and stuff in that lounge style. He's got a great version of Rita.
I mean, the thing I love about Richard Cheese, the guy who does that character also did you ever hear the Star Wars Cantina song?
Oh yeah.
Oh, God,
Like,
yeah.
that's the same guy.
Yeah.
That's the same guy.
Love that guy. He's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I don't like is the Wilhelm scream. I hate that.
What I love is that Richard, the nickname for Richard is Dick, so the dude's name is Dick Cheese.
Dick Cheese.
Elephant in the room. You know,
Well,
someone had to say it, Craig. Thank you for being the one to say it. We were
No,
all
like that was
thinking
his. That was his joke.
Yeah.
Like that's why he picked the name, and he did one song in Spanish called himself Ricardo Queso.
When I was in high school, and I sat behind two brothers in algebra, and the two brothers were named Mark Head and Dick Head.
Oh, God.
And every morning when the teacher called row, she'd say, Mark Head, and he'd go here. And then she'd say, Dick Head, and he'd have to go. He'd have to go here. And everybody every morning.
Suddenly I'd like to have my name be Sue. Sounds way better, doesn't it?
Did they have a sister named Gimme?
in answer to your question, it's funny that you should ask. My favorite adaptation of Stephen King is the feature-length film The Mist, and my least favorite adaptation is the short-lived Netflix TV series The Mist, which had absolutely positively nothing to do with The Mist. It made me angry. Ugh.
You know what I liked about the movie version? The ending was better than his story.
Absolutely.
He even said that.
He says
And he agreed it. Yeah.
He liked the ending in the movie better.
Oh.
I review horror movies on one of my channels, so I love some Stephen King.
Yeah.
Well, if you like the ending of the movie The Mist, you have some twisted problems.
I also write horror stories, and I'll tell you,
are some really annoying children. One of the two.
Well, I've written some horror stories, and I've had people tell me that they would probably make Stephen King vomit.
I probably believe that.
My mind is really twisted.
All right, we got a question from the audience.
I believe that. I'm going to hear with you for 5 minutes, and I want to vomit.
Oh.
All right, who wants to read this? Geek, please read that.
Okay, what's your favorite Stephen King adaptation, and what's your least favorite? That's the question that Thrash was answering. For me, since I'm a Stanley Kubrick fan, I got to say my favorite is probably Stephen King's least favorite, and that's The Shining.
Oh, come on. Nicholson was great.
I think
my least favorite is probably The Langoliers because it is so bad.
The special effects were awful in that, but it was made for TV. But
that was still no excuse. It came out after The Stand. I mean, come on.
What about
I want to say Stand By Me because it was the closest
really good
transition from book to movie, but it feels weird saying a non-horror film.
Yeah.
But that
I was
very
thinking Shawshank too. Yeah.
I mean, I had a lot of fun with Christine.
Christine was pretty good though. That car, yeah. I mean, I would.
And you got John Carpenter directing that, so
I'm surprised no one said trucks though for least favorite because
So that was what I was going to say here. Yeah,
When
I
it
was
comes-
Maximum Overdrive, yeah.
Maximum
that
Overdrive,
was-
everyone hates
When it
that
comes
one.
to Stephen King,
Even Stephen King.
Even
when
hates.
it comes to,
Well,
when it comes to like Stephen King guys, I like Salem's Lot for a book better than any of them. That's my favorite book by Stephen King. When it comes to a movie, though, I have to like The Night Flyer a little bit better.
Having just
Was The Night
recently
Flyer-
seen it, it's pretty
Yep.
good.
Yeah,
Was-
and the
The Night
worst
Flyer-
worst thing to me, his nightmare is that stupid sleepwalkers with them cat people things.
Oh, I love that.
That's kitschy. Come on.
I had my 12-year-old son at the time watching that movie. I mean, he's an adult now, but at the time he was 12. I forgot about the stuff between the mama cat and her son. So when they start dancing and he picks her up to carry her into the bedroom, under my breath, I said, "Motherfucker." And my son, who's 12, goes, "Literally."
And that's another good reason why that's the worst one. And
Oh, come
another
on, with
good
that
reason-
southern accent, that's just.
And it also explains why you liked it so much in the same sentence.
Oh,
Damn, Dan.
it's funny because I do a series of knock knock jokes of various horror
Mhm.
movie themes, and one of them is or what? Why did the blank cross the road? And one of them is why did the cat person cross the road? You'd rather not know.
Well, okay
Because
then.
that actually goes back to the original cat people. The sort of shenanigans between family members is the only way I can say it without getting us shut down.
By the way, Craig, just know I'm just joking around and kidding with you. Tim's not here, and I ain't got nobody else to abuse.
oh,
Terrible.
listen, I was raised in the 80s on Pryor, Murphy, Carlin, fucking Kennison. Like, trust me, I don't get offended easily. If you remember, I told a joke that made everyone get all butthurt last week, not the other way around.
Well, yeah, I forgot what that was, but we don't need a recap. Watch that last week's for that.
Yeah. It was a Challenger-related joke.
Oh, yeah, now I
remember
remember.
that.
But yes, now I remember. Yes.
You're not the only one I've heard go south with them.
Oh my god.
They do.
I've seen,
Hey,
I've,
man.
I've, I've seen TV
Hey.
studios go dark and thin because somebody says something about the freaking Challenger.
Oh my god. Well, yeah. Well, crazy.
Yeah, those jokes are very explosive. Yeah.
Oh God.
Ah,
Ugh.
kind of like my diarrhea.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, so you know,
Okay,
we were talking
TMI.
about,
Sorry, that joke was shitty.
you know how we brought up Punky Brewster a little bit ago.
Yes.
Right. Well, there was an episode where they talked about the Challenger exploding in that episode.
Yep.
It's all sad, cryy one, right? I never watched that
Yep.
show to begin with, but then I had to watch a review on that because I don't know, I hit the wrong button. Whoops. Anyways, and then I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then here we are all these years later going, oh, yeah, still. But there's
Well, you know, you remember we're Craig and I are from New England, and I remember years ago I was working in a video store on Cape Cod, and somehow I don't even know why this guy was doing a delivery. Somehow the Challenger disaster came up, and he goes, actually I think it wasn't even the Challenger. It was he used to work in a video store himself because he goes, I used to work in a video store, which is where we came in, and he goes, but the day after the Challenger disaster happened, he and his coworker, whose father owned the store, were telling Challenger jokes to each other. And now you remember McAuliffe was from New Hampshire. And in a horrible twist of irony, a customer in the store was a relation of hers.
Oh,
And
no.
was not at all amused by these two teenage boys and their shenanigans.
Yikes.
So she came back and told the owner when he was working there. And the guy was telling me the story. He goes, I was the lucky one. He just walked in to me. He goes, you're fired. Get out.
Wow.
And that was in his career. But that was the good news because his friend, remember I said his friend, co-worker, his father owned the store.
Yeah.
He was grounded for the entire summer. Had to work in the store every single day, but the father stopped paying him. So he basically became a slave for the summer, as opposed to the other kid who just went on and got another job.
Dang.
So that story is what pops in my mind every time I think of
that. But that's very 80s. As soon as something happens, we joked about that day.
Yes,
like
dude,
we made jokes.
When I grew
as it was still happening, we were joking.
Yes, and where I was too, and like we all saw it with our own eyes, and we're still joking about it. It was the 80s, man.
There were jokes about Rico too.
Somewhere in my
humor
papers.
is a load-bearing structure.
There you go.
It's like right after 9/11 when the Onion came back and started telling jokes about the hijackers waking up and finding themselves in hell. Like that was like cathartic. It was needed, you know. Humor's good.
In my papers, I have a sheet of first Gulf War jokes. All the jokes in the first Gulf. I won't tell a single one of them right now. None of them are particularly politically correct, but that's what we did.
Well,
at the time we told jokes. That's how our minds coped.
That's how we did it.
That's how we
coped with it.
It's
And I've got
on my horror review channel. On my horror review channel, on my 100th episode, my son and I did a roast battle of each other, like a Comedy Central style roast. And my son was born in 2001. I made the joke that he was born in 2001, and historians have agreed that that was the worst thing to happen on American soil that year. I said that about my own son. That kid was bulletproof when he got to school. There was no kid picking on him and going to hurt his feelings. There was no way a kid. What's he going to say? You're ugly. He's like, my dad said I'm worse than 9/11, and he loves me. What? Fuck you.
Like I said, I heard enough David Koresh jokes with the barbecue sauce and how he
O.J. Simpson had a gun.
Oh, man, so many O.J. Simpson jokes.
You know, it's like drink V8 for breakfast. O.J. will fucking kill you.
Like, like a couple weeks ago, Chance was telling Cobain jokes.
Oh no!
He got in a lot of trouble for that one.
What's the movie? I just missed a question that was up there. What's
the one movie you saw that made you feel disappointed because of the ending? The Game.
Ooh.
One
Joker.
movie.
Ending of the Game.
Joker. Ooh.
There's so many.
That's a good question, but
Joker
there's
2.
lots of movies I hate.
The whole movie.
I would say almost every Halloween movie, because the next one always takes back whatever you just saw.
True.
Good point. Good
I
point.
especially
His
hate
head
Halloween
gets cut off, and then it's like, oh, he put the mask on someone else. It's like, did he?
Halloween 4 had a great ending, though. They like set it up to have like the kid become the next Michael Myers, and then the next movie's like, never mind, we're not going to do that. That would be way too interesting.
Yeah,
people hate on the third one, but honestly, I liked the idea of Carpenter wanted to just do an anthology where it was different horror movies about Halloween, and too many people said, "Where's the guy with the mask?" So they had to bring him back.
The thing is, that could have worked if he'd made the second one do that. But once you've got two that have the same story, then people are going to keep expecting that story, right? So,
Yeah.
that was his mistake.
Season of the Witch is better than it gets credit for, but
it's gotten a bit of a
I can see why people had a hard time.
Yeah. It's definitely a completely different tone from the rest of the Halloween movies.
I mean, the
It's
body
bad
count's
shit
higher
insane.
because
I love
technically it ends with everyone's going to
All
die
the
on the whole
children are
planet.
dying, yes.
Well, and the parents
They
too.
They could have did that if they had made Michael Myers little clown mask the first silver shamrock test mask.
Ooh, that would have been a good point.
And
That would have worked.
the dad was doing experiments on his kid, played the theme song and freaked him out. See, that's how they should have did that. And then it would have been part of the same story, see, and then the whole crappy Halloween 3 crap would have worked. They don't know how to do a good storyline. That's the problem. You gotta have some kind of little tie-in, you know?
Right. That's why Pons was trying to tell us about that great storyline of Topless. I mean, storyline.
And people always hate on the ones that were done by Rob Zombie, but Weird Al Yankovic was in one of those, and that just makes it amazing by itself. Again, I'm an '80s guy. Weird Al was the king of the '80s to me for comedy.
Well, that is your opinion.
Well,
they're better than the last Halloween movie. I'll give you that.
Well, I happen to really like Weird Al too, so I give you yes, I agree. Weird Al is awesome. Yes, this is true. Okay.
I always said they need to do a tribute album where they have the original artist do his versions.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Or Eminem could just let him release that music video. That would have been really cool.
Yeah.
I don't see why Eminem's like that. He's supposed to have thick skin and whatnot.
Yeah, well.
Oh, no. He does not have thick skin. If you ever say anything about him in a song, he does a whole album about you.
Oh,
right, yeah. I mean, he went after Will Smith. He went after Will Smith.
He gets mad if you just say the word spaghetti.
Yeah, right.
Yes, you put some video. You put like any type of videos of any type of recuts of that stuff. Mom spaghetti. Oh, you get a strike for sure. Don't do that. I mean, yeah.
That's the only good song he ever had.
Exactly. Yeah, he talks a big game, but he's a whiny little.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
it's like those guys who are like 3 foot tall, and then they get in their car and they think that they have like huge bodies and shit because they have a big ram or something like that.
Oh, come on, he's a whiny little bitch that runs around in a homoerotic Robin outfit.
Well, look, I'm a trailer park girl and I go around the outside, okay?
Oh, God.
Nice. Well done.
Thank you. In fact, I even have an AI video that I totally made, but Eminem said it, but I totally made it, right? And it says that I'm the best lyricist out there because Sarah's back again, Sarah's back, right? So there you go. Eminem said so, everybody. Oh, and I think Taylor Swift said that I was amazing too, because I actually write real music or something, and it's not about just boyfriends. It's not about boyfriends breaking up with me because she's a dumb cunt, and she's like, I don't know how to boys. Apparently, I don't know. Stop. Anyways,
she said the C word.
She did. I sent her a meme with the C word in it the other day.
Yeah, no, I say word cunt. It's an okay word to say. It's word. I mean, it's like a spunky word, right?
When I'm talking to my Australian friends, they use it pretty much in every single sentence.
For fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, most American bitches deserve to get called cunt too.
Bloody freaking cunt.
Anyways,
I like to just say someone's being a bitch with a capital C.
Right? Let me see your manager.
That is nice, Craig. I like that.
That's more like a Karen, not your manager. Karen here, Karen there.
Well, this has been a very Karen show. We caring about everybody. Boom. All right, everybody, I'm going to call it a day. My back's hurting. Snarky's face is going to fall off. Tracy's tooth is already gone. Geek is, he's got to make sure his skin's on or something. Science, whatever. Craig's got to practice for his dad joke off, and so does Pons, because, they're going to be doing lots of that. And Dan's got to practice all his Snarky remarks for chat on Tuesday. So we're going to call it a Thursday night, everybody. We love you.
Love you back.
Stay golden, stay epic. Live your life to the fullest, and always giggle on everything. And stay spunky, everybody.